guys, it's Mrs. Firestone. How are you? It is Mix It Up Monday, and we're gonna mix it up with a story. Well, great way to mix up a story is if you take a story that you already know. So this is going to be a story that we're going to do today is going to be Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I know you know this story. For some reason, if you don't know the story, by the end of my mixing it up and retelling my story, you're going to know my story. And you're going to think, oh my gosh, I do know that story. You might have this story at home. You might be able to read it in a book. You might be able to find it on Epic. You might even find it on Storyline Online. And you know what? I remember being able to watch this on Sesame Street way back when Felicity and Veronica were little. So this story is all over. It's Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So when we retell a story, we want to do three things. Number one, we want to know who the characters are. So what are characters? Characters are the people or the animals that are in a story. So let's do that together. Ready? Characters are the people or animals in a story. Absolutely. So we want to see if we can find the characters, and we also want to do the setting. The setting of a story is where does the story take place? So we want to think, where does the story take place? We want to name the characters in our story, and then we want to do the major events of the story, the things that happen in our story that make our brain go, oh my gosh, that is a big part of this story, okay? So what I need you to do is you might want to pause the video for a second, go find a large piece of paper or maybe a whiteboard. Maybe you want to use a few pieces of paper. Maybe you want to use one piece of paper for the characters, one piece of paper for the setting, and then you may want a couple pieces of paper for each of the stories or each of the events that we talk about. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab my supplies. I have my markers and my crayons, and I want to write the title, the name of the story at the top of my paper. So I just noticed that this is a little crooked. Whoops. Let's see if I can make it a little bit straighter. Is that straighter? Nope, still crooked. Okay, it's going to stay crooked. That's just what's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to write the title. So my title of my story, the name of my story is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So I'm going to write Goldilocks. So I'm going to sound it out as I start to write. G, 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 old, gold, Goldilocks. Now it actually sounds like an E, but it's actually an I. Goldilocks. Ooh, ah. Yep, short vowel, so I have a CK at the end. That's a diagram. Underline it. Good job. Goldilocks. Wow! Oh no, my paper's falling. The paper's falling. The paper's falling. Sound like Chicken Little. Goldilocks and, that's a sight word, and the, another sight word, three. You can write the number 3 or you can write the word 3 out. I'll write the word 3 out because it has a digraph. 2 letters, 1 sound. E, 3 bears. 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 Goldilocks and the 3 bears. So I'm going to put that there, and that's my title. I'm going to just take another color, maybe purple, and right over here I'm going to write T-I-T-L-E. Title. So those are the title. So first I'm going to think, who was in the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Were there people? Yep. Were there animals? Yep. See, I do this for animals because they have 4, see, they have 4 feet, 4 legs. So were there people and animals? Yes. So we want to do the characters. When I want to make sure that I'm not going to write out the whole word characters because that is such a big grown up word. I'm not going to do that. I am going to just do this. Watch. I put a little stick man, doesn't even have a face. A little stick man doesn't have a face. And that's okay because that's for me to know, hey, that means characters. That's all I want you to know right now. So characters in this story, in the story of the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, are who? Ooh, I heard somebody say Mama Bear. You're right. So I have Mama Bear. I'm going to just put two little bear, and I'm going to put an M in there for Mama Bear. Okay, who else was in there? I heard that Papa Bear. I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. And I'm going to put a P in there for Papa Bear. And who's the other one? Baby Bear. Make him a little bit smaller. And I'm going to put a B in there for Baby Bear. So now I know I have 3 bears in there. Well, that makes sense because there says 3 bears. There's 3 bears. Mama, Papa, Baby. Who else is in Goldilocks and the 3 bears? Exactly, Goldilocks. So Goldilocks, I'm going to put a head there. And she had golden hair, yellow hair. So I'm going to, oh my gosh, that looks green. We do not want that. Maybe I'm going to use my crayon. I'm going to use a yellow crayon. Now remember from last week, I put a little line there so I knew it was the real yellow. So I'm going to put curly yellow hair on Goldilocks because she had curly yellow hair. I bet you can't even see that in the video. You cannot. So let me see. Can I find a yellow? Maybe this is, oh, I probably can't even see this either because, you know, there's, oh, yeah, you can see that. Awesome. So I'm going to put Goldilocks and I'm going to give her some eyes, a little nose, give her a smile. I'm not going to even draw the whole body because I just need to know who the characters are. And Goldilocks is a G, so I'm going to put her there. So those are my characters. So to retell the story, I need to know the title, the characters, the setting. Where does the story happen? So let's put that in here. So I'm going to take another color and just go whoop, boop, 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 ba, 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 ba. And I need the setting. So where does the story happen? I heard a couple answers. I heard forest. That happens in the forest. In the bear's house. Yep, absolutely happens in the bear's house. So I'm going to do 2 things. First, I'm going to make a path in the forest, okay? And I'm going to just put, wait till you see what these are. These are going to be trees. I probably can make this a quick tree. I'm going to take my, all of a sudden it's a tree. So I'm going to just do lines going out, lines going out, tree. Do another one, and another one, and another one more. Now I have a forest. So I heard someone say in their house. So I'm going to make their house here. When I make a house, I want to make a square. I want to make a triangle. I have a triangle on top. And then I want to take a black or a brown crumb and I'm going to make a door. Maybe some windows. And maybe even put a chimney on the side because they were making that porridge, right? So you had to heat it up somewhat. Maybe they heated it up on a fire in their house. So the setting of my story, now how I'm going to tell it's the setting is I'm going to take, my purple. I wrote title up here for the name of the story because that's Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Then I have these 2 little people and that reminds me, setting. Oh, no, let's try that again. I have these 2 little people here. That reminds me that there are characters, and the characters are the mama, the papa, the baby, and Goldilocks. Awesome. Then I want to write my setting, and how I'm going to know that this is my setting is I put a little question mark inside the house like, where? Where is the setting of this story? I have no idea. Actually, I do. It is in the forest and in the house, the bear's house. If you really wanted to make this the bear's house, you might want to put even a little bear head on the top of the house because then you know the bears live there, okay? So now I have the title. I know who the characters are, and I have the setting. The next thing I want you to do is we're going to do 3, we we can do at least 3 events that happened, okay? But I think in Goldilocks, we're probably going to need 4 or 5. So let's just see what we're going to do. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to take this paper, and I'm going to flip it to the back. So I need some, whoops, where's my tape? I'm going to flip my paper to the back so I can retell the back of this. Oh man, did I just make my tape? I think I'm going to, oh man. Oh, that's going to stink. I think my tape just stuck to itself. And if that has ever happened to you, oh, this is gonna be a while. Oh, what do I gotta do? Oh, wait, ooh. Oh, what are the chances? Well, didn't work that much, but let's see if it works just for enough for the day. Okay, so I'm gonna put tape there and turn it to the back. Okay, let's hope it stays up. Okay, so now we're going to do the 3 to 5 main events that happened in the story. So first, I'm going to take my and this is, we're going to have the beginning, beginning. We're going to have the middle, the bum, the middle, and then we have the end. Okay. So when we do the beginning, middle, and end, I did say 3 to 5, so this is why. What happens in the beginning of the story? Well, Goldilocks is walking in the forest. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. She's just walking along, minding her business, doing what she wants to do. Make sure you have her gold hair. She's walking in the forest, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make some of my trees. Okay, she's walking. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Oh, look at these beautiful trees. And she finds a house. Now, what you're going to say is, Mrs. Firestone, that looks like the same house that's in your setting. I know, it is, because I can use the same one. So I'm going to put this bear up here, put my door up here. So what happens at the beginning of the story? Goldilocks is walking through the forest. I'm walking through the forest, oh, this is so pretty. I'm walking, oh, I see a house. It's not my house, but why not? I should probably go inside. What was she thinking? Who does that? Who does that? Goldilocks. Can't say you're the smartest chick out there, okay? So Goldilocks goes to the forest, finds a house. She walks inside this house. She says, hello? Hello? Thank gosh she didn't say, do you want to build a snowman? She didn't say that. She did not. Her name's not Elsa. So she is walking through the forest. She gets into the house. No one's home. So what does she decide to do? Poke her nosy little self in there and find out stuff about the house. So she walks in, and the first thing she does, she walks in and she sees 3 bowls of porridge on the table. So here's the table. And she sees 3 bowls of porridge. She sees a huge bowl, a medium bowl, and a small bowl. And she says, looks at the big bowl, and she takes a big scoop, and she says, ooh, this is way too hot. She goes to the medium bowl, and she takes a scoop of that, and she says, ooh, that is way too cold. So then she sits down at this tiny one, and she said, this porridge, which is kind of like oatmeal, is so delicious. I'm going to eat it all up. She eats the whole thing. Goldilocks. I don't know what you're thinking. Okay, so that happened first. Then what did she do? She went into the family room, and she saw 3 chairs. She saw a big chair. She saw a medium-sized chair, and she saw a little tiny baby chair. Well, she sat down on this first one, and she said, ugh, that does not feel comfy. I don't like it. She sat down on the second chair, and she sunk all the way in, and she said, my gosh, this is way too comfy. She sat on this little tiny baby chair, and she said, this is so wonderful. I think this is... She fell down and she broke the chair. Oh my gosh, she broke poor baby bear's chair. So did she give up then and go away? No, she did not. She did the third thing. And she thought, well, my gosh. She went to the kitchen. She ate the porridge. She went to the family room. She broke baby bear's chair. Now she went upstairs. She found 3 beds. She found a big bed. She found a medium-sized bed. And she found a baby bed. You're absolutely right. She laid down on the first one and she said, "Oh, this isn't really comfortable." She didn't sleep there. She went to this one and she said, "Ugh, this is too smushy gushy. I don't like this one." So then she goes to this poor baby bed. She gets in and she said, "Oh my goodness, this is the most comfortable bed I have ever been in." She gets all comfy cozy and she falls asleep. I don't know what this woman is thinking. I don't know what she's thinking. So, Goldilocks was going through the woods, found a house, went inside the house, destroyed the porridge, destroyed the chair, fell asleep in the bed. The bears were out on their nice morning walk because maybe they had to keep some social distancing from other people, so they were just taking a walk in the woods. And the bears come home at the end of the story. They open up the door. Mama bear. Papa bear. Baby bear. They see the porridge. Baby bear. Who ate my porridge all up? They went in to see their chairs. They looked at Mama bear, looked at her chair. Papa bear looked at the chair, but baby bear looked at who broke my chair? Oh, I just am so sad. They go upstairs. Papa bear said, "Somebody's been in my bed." Mama bear said, "Somebody's been in my bed." Baby bear said, "Somebody's been in my bed, and she's still there." With that, Goldilocks, who's in the bed, jumps up and says, "There's bears!" And she looks at the window and she jumps right out the window and she runs away and she never, ever, ever goes back to that house again. I don't know why she went there in the first place. It was not her house. She should never have gone in there. She did not follow directions from her mom or her teacher. I'll just have to say. So, what I want you to do is I want you to take a story, whether it's Goldilocks and the 3 bears, maybe it's the 3 little pigs, maybe it's something like that. And I want you to tell the story. But remember, when you tell the story, you want to, guess what? It's National Puppy Day. Look, there's Wally. Say, "Hi, Ava." We talked to you this morning. We said we would say hi. So it's National Puppy Day. But anyways, I want you to go through and I want you to tell the story again. You need the characters, the characters are the people or the animals that are in a story, okay? I want you to tell a setting. The setting is, where is the story happening? I want you to tell me the events, the things that happen first, next, last, okay? And I want you to be able to either make a story map like this one, or draw it out, make a picture, post it to my Facebook page or Seesaw, or send it to me in email. But let me see what you're doing. I would love to hear you retell some stories that you either read this week, or even my story about the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So have a wonderful day, and I'll check it back for Mix It Up Monday. And we're mixing it up because it is also National Puppy Day. So happy Puppy Day to you. Mwah. Have a good day. See you guys later. Bye.